Welcome to Daytime Fighting League. This is Matt. I'm here with Max. Hello, Max.
Hey, how have you, Matt? And stay tuned for a special presentation today. This is the way the bracket's looking right now. Last week we saw a really close victory from Foot over El Chapo. Do you remember how intense that was?
The Octoball match. It was intense, it was crazy, it was messy, it was sloppy, it was dramatic.
And one of my... And now let's do fighter select.
Let's pick our fighters.
It's sad to see guys like El Chapo no longer in there. Oh, here's our first one, Sweet Meat.
Is Sweet Meat going to be facing today on Daytime Fighting League?
No, they haven't. Oh, apparently it's Gideon.
Gideon and Sweet Meat. Beautiful.
Couple of handsome white guys.
They look very fit. Let's take some calls. Let's check out our poll. Did you vote in our poll?
Well, the poll is actually just going live now, Matt.
How do you vote in the poll?
You go to adultswim.com/DFL/poll, and when you go there, there's a couple faces you're going to have on the screen. Both of these handsome young white guys. One of them kind of a the Kurt Duck. What's the guy's name with the bandana? Who I love in all those movies.
Axl Rose.
Yeah, Axl Rose from all those movies I love. The other guy is a little different looking. You just go click on one of them, and it'll live update. Like, check this out.
Is this real?
We're looking at it right now. We're waiting for results, and it's... frankly, I'm surprised at all these numbers the whole time.
You're not manipulating this. This is actual viewers of Daytime Fighting League making these
clicks,
making these things adjust themselves.
One of my good friends, Justin, speaking of adjusting, is the guy who made this.
He's a real person. He works here at William Street. We're broadcasting live from the William Street Veteran Memorial Coliseum and Soldiers and Sailors Arena.
That's right.
If you'd like to come and visit Daytime Fighting League, 708-794-6386. Email us at daytimefighting@gmail.com. We'd love to have you. There's always room.
Here's the thing that's so great about this part of the show, and it's going to be more interesting in coming weeks. Like I said last week, when people are seeing their old favorites pop up. Right now, we're looking at two faces, and that's all people have to go on. It's really judging a book by its cover. It's really based on prejudice and like baked-in opinions of what you think people are like.
We don't know what kind of fight it's going to be. That's going to be up to the match selector. We do know who is going to fight, but we don't know if it's going to be a fight that requires strength, vision.
Strength has often been needed for these fights, even in more of the vision-based fights.
It could be a puzzle fight. We talked about that last week. It could be
a dance.
It could be, what if all the lights were turned out? You had to use just the sense of touch.
What if you had to avoid the lava on the floor, kind of like a kid's game?
Max, what if we opened up a truck full of bees?
Now
you had to punch the bees.
I don't want to be at that stadium, though. That's the thing, is I'm not really good around bees, personally. Are you good around bees?
I'm pretty good around bees. I like them. I support them. I wouldn't want to be stung by them, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
What if we did beekeeper wrestling, where they were in a bee area wearing bee suits?
I'd watch that.
I wonder what would happen.
708-794-6386. Give this poll information out one more time, Max.
It's adultswim.com/DFL/poll. Look at this right now. I can't believe it.
Who do you like? Do you like Gideon? Who do you like, Max?
I like the guy with the bandana, who is Sweet Meat.
Yeah, why is Sweet Meat? How do they get the names, these fighters?
Don't they have something in England called sweet pie?
They have sweetbreads.
And that's meat, though, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like blood.
Intestines. Or is it brains? One or the other.
Well, I mean, they call it like dick cheese, that thing that's like sheep brains, right?
No, head cheese. Do brains know when you're eating them?
Where is the soul? Is it in the spleen? Is it in the heart? Hey, you're on the line with DFL. We're looking at Gideon and Sweet Meat here. Who are you thinking is going to do it?
I think I'm rooting for Sweet Meat. You know, he has that bandana. He has that man bun. Like, he's trendy. He's fashionable. And, like, I've been a fan of Sweet Meats for a while. I mean, how do you think he got that name? So
I don't know how.
You know, I don't know either. I don't know how he got the name.
So you were lying when you made a lie.
Yeah, I get flustered when I think about
If
Sweet
it turns
Meat.
out the fight is a specific type of fight or anything like that, is there anything that made you go, oh, no, it's Gideon instead?
If a bandana will, like, be negative, if it'll, like, hinder him, then I'll have to go with Gideon.
What do you?
It's all up to bandana, honestly.
What do you think a bandana could be? How would that what kind of fight would be hindered by a bandana? Because I can't imagine any fight.
I guess one where your hair has to be like loose and free.
A free hair fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
How about that, Matt? Pretty interesting.
It looks like the fighters are being examined by our team of daytime doctors, led by Dr. Mathorfin. Hopefully he's finding them fit to fight. What kind of fight will this be? Let's take a look. Let's activate that match selector, if you would, Matt. It's a button to your just under the
I'm taking a real good look at these legs, though. Just get a good look up. Not going on. The skin is not very...
Change of plans down there.
Let's see what the match is going to be. So many options. So many matches have already been used.
The watching weasel watching over the selection process.
The watching weasel. I would say exactly what you said again, if anyone... Okay.
Oh, it's a tramp stamp. Josh, please explain the tramp stamp.
It's interesting. It's a little different.
A little different. Different every time. Looks like they're...
Ooh, all-seeing eye. Speaking of the watching weasel, he's got a tattoo of the all-seeing eye.
Looks like the tramp stamp frames are being applied by Taylor Precision Framing. Explain this process, Max.
You find the lower back area. Hopefully your man is not too hairy, because I don't know if you've drawn on a hairy body before.
Did they wax? It doesn't look like it.
No, but he's not too hairy. He's got odd little stretch marks there. Just goes to show, even if you're a hot, skinny guy, sometimes you got stretch marks. I mean, it's something I know about. And that is the area, apparently, where the contest has to be, where it's like, oh, this guy's got a pimple.
This is the area of interest. The lower back. This is where the art will be conducted.
And Taylor's an adult woman. She's had relationships. She's been around, like, in a positive way. I'm not like...
Max, let me stop you there. I'm ready for our special presentation.
Hi there, Priscilla. Thank you for joining me today. It's a really weak handshake. Everybody is talking about, what do you think heartbreak really feels like?
Yeah, I don't know. I read a story one time about a monkey actually, like, doing it with a pig, and they had a pig monkey, and it was
Punky.
a punky, and it was actually like a monkey with the skin and face of a pig.
Go on out to the fight.
That's where I was.
Back to the fight.
How do I get?
Looks like the tramp stamp frames are successfully applied. Let's go to Murder One at ringside. He's going to break down this fight for us.
Tramp stamp. Straight up, this one gets physical. It's not about who draws the prettiest mushroom, it's about getting the mushroom there. My advice, get a rough sketch, fill in the blanks later. The object is to win.
Hear that, Max? The object is to win. Well said, Murder.
I like, this one is going to be getting physical, something that's been sorely lacking in our previous fights. But it also has an element of artistry. I don't know what a mushroom looks like.
A very overcast day here in Atlanta.
Well, we all know that black fog comes out. We all have to hide usually when the black fog comes out.
I
but
saw
as
that
long-
in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. The Black Fog was going to be here all week.
Yeah.
Physically, Max, would you agree the most imposing fighters we've seen here in the Daytime Fighting League?
They're up there with Here 121 and Kebab for just really strong and scary looking.
I predict a close poll. Get your poll votes in. They're virtually indistinguishable body type-wise, these two, Gideon and Sweetmeat.
Kind of just dumb white hunks who all look the same.
Looks like they're struggling to find the stage.
It's like chiseled turkey meat. Somebody drew on messily. That's what these guys are.
Uh-oh. Dead end. They're ready to make their Daytime Fighting League debut.
Enclave.
Eventually. Let's see. Still having some difficulties.
Some great Celtic music playing.
I don't understand. It's not that far from their locker room to the stage. Not sure what the holdup is. And here's Gideon.
There he is. Easy to distinguish from his opponent because he's not wearing a red bandana. Otherwise, I'm lost. But clearly, Braveheart vibes.
Crowd is on their edge of their seats, ready for a big one tonight, Max. Gideon and Sweetmeat.
It doesn't look like he knows how to clap correctly, but he did his best.
Closed hand clap.
You got to use both hands open. I know it's hard.
You don't get the noise. Here comes Sweetmeat, Max. It looks like a gym shorts versus sweatpants showdown.
Man, this guy's so soft. Like in terms of skin. Oh, I thought they were about to like make out. That would.
You see the Tramp stamp frame in place?
Yeah.
Let's see some stats. Wait. They're about to go at it on the stage. Let's
Come on,
see some
guys.
stats.
Let's learn about you. Here we go. Sweetmeat is 34 years old, weighs about $150, and he's a Capricorn.
Capricorn is the Ram.
Gideon, 23 years old. That's pretty young. 175 pounds and a Pisces, the sign of the fish.
Sweetmeat versus Gideon.
Giddy up, giddy up. Let's see what's up. Take a look at this poll. As soon as I get to it.
Call it up, would you?
And oh, wow. Man, this isn't even what you thought it might have been. From numbers wise. Keep clicking, guys. I want to. Wow.
Come visit us. Be in the audience of Daytime Fighting League. DaytimeFighting@gmail.com. Come down here to the William Street Veterans Memorial Coliseum, Soldiers and Sailors Arena. Got plenty of seats. The full bar. Smoking, I think, is allowed. Definitely vaping.
I had my vape crew here last week.
Do not leave valuables in sight in your car. And if you can get a ride home, highly recommend it.
And if you hear the beckoning lightning strikes of the rhino, that means the black fog is about to descend. Please get into the locker room. That is the only metal-encased room in this building.
You have to be in a metal-encased room to avoid the black fog.
Should we see Foot talk about what he thinks about all this and
Yeah.
the cutting the shit Foot back?
Tell me what Foot has to say.
Take a look.
Hi, this is Foot. This is DFL fighters doing the shit cutback. I'm gonna roll that shit like it ain't nothing. LaBooch, you and your boy, y'all went together. Y'all had your arm tied behind your back and you couldn't get a brawl done? If I had my little Syrian girl with me, that thing be coming off in a heartbeat. Them girls will be mine. All right, that girl who got angry, she got issues. Meg may have issues, but that other chick, I'd have took my foot and just stumped once, stumped twice, stumped again until I stumped her all the way down. She was just too out there for me. They could easily pull a trip. You never know. They're twins. Yeah, they're not identical, but they got their own different personality. One's a big girl, one's a little girl, and they both in their own little world. But we all share one thing. They're all go-getters. Y'all some cute little Tinkerbells, but that ain't no real fight, Tinkerbell. Y'all need to go back to Pixie Hollow if y'all gonna be calling pixies. I ain't got no kids, but I got nieces and nephews. If you ain't watched the Disney Channel, they can't be talking about Disney.
The ring is ready. The arena is filled to near capacity. What do you say we do this, Max?
I'm ready to do this, personally.
Let's do it.
How do these guys get their nipples to be so small?
This is not the national anthem. Some noise.
This is a good POV shot of Josh, what it's like to be Josh, down at the bottom. If Josh had a head 3 feet taller.
Josh, giant top hat, which I think he wears when he's not in the wrestling ring.
With eyes.
This Tramp stamp battle boils down to what Murder explained as a 2-minute mushroom match with magic markers. You have to draw the mushroom on the lower back of your opponent. Is that right?
Okay, at the end of 2 minutes, I will be judging whose mushroom is the best.
Fight.
2 minutes. That's all this one needs. 2 minutes. It goes fast.
Wielding it like a sword. This is definitely one of the most interesting fights I've seen. It requires not only strength, but also dexterity.
It is like a sword fight.
See these guys bumping and grinding like this?
Tiny swords.
God, this is hot.
Oh, humiliating. He's humiliating him.
Lower back, guys.
Yeah,
Ink
the
on the
face is
face.
not the canvas.
Priscilla's not happy. First ink is has been spilled.
And Gideon is pissed.
Oh,
Holy
major
wow.
move by Gideon. Gideon's down. A little bit of ink going on, both sides.
But it looks
Oh.
like Gideon's is far more controlled. What is that, a number
Major
7?
progress. It looked like a 7. Checking his opponent's work.
In the
Very-
corners, of course, Lauren, live drawing both of these mushrooms to the best of her ability,
Look at
may
this.
not be absolutely correct.
Look at this, Max. He's pulling a casual Friday.
Yep, and then he did a flip him up table, but he's gone down to the cash.
He's hiding his tramp stamp area from Sweetmeat. Interesting strategy, Max, but the clock is running out on this one.
Well, the thing is, I think he's assuming Sweetmeat's, the drawing on Sweetmeat, not Sweetmeat's drawing, is better.
Is enough.
Yeah, like if I can get a 1%, that's better than a 0%.
He's working the clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My soup's ready also. Let's see what Priscilla has to say, Max.
Face your back towards me.
This is the part I like to see. I've sat with Priscilla, and I liked. She's a lot to say about
Okay.
drawing.
There's a lot of bad art.
There's a lot more effort in this one, but. Well,
Sway the judges. Judge. I think we have a decision, Max.
this one is the only one that takes the actual shape of a mushroom, so I guess this is the winner.
I shall smite my enemy.
Winner, Gideon.
It's over, Max.
Congratulations, Gideon.
Get down there, Max. Talk to Gideon.
Okay.
There it is, the mushroom being applied. Max was right. Max, you were right. That was the victory move there.
Congratulations, man. Winner of the match. What was your name again?
Gideon.
Gideon. What's your experience with your father?
Oh, my father? He's alive.
That's pretty cool. Well, you're going on in the next fight, which I'm not even sure what the next rounds are gonna be. Are you gonna use anything your dad taught you to win?
My indomitable intelligence.
Pretty cool. Stay tuned for more DFL.
Thank you, Max. Gideon moving on to the hallowed halls of the second round.
But who's that in the orange jacket?
Sweetmeat fading into permanent oblivion. Always the saddest part of this show.
Gideon joining Hero 121, the Foot, Bucci.
Meg has issues. Blasian Twin number 1.
Like, Blazing Twin number 1's pretty cool.
I don't like that direction.